Hey y'all, today we need to talk about how women in Canada are being targeted by their own police officers. As a woman, you are truly not safe anywhere. In Ontario, the chief of police made a statement telling these officers that were looking up people's information for no actual reason besides their own interest to just resign and just quit.
Message from Ottawa's police chief to members of the service. In an internal video provided to CTV Ottawa today, he warned some officers need to change their behavior or quit. This comes after a string of sexual misconduct investigations within the workforce. CTV's Josh Morano joins us now with more on this, Josh.
Yeah, Patricia, the 7-minute-long video was sent to members last month. Chief Eric Stubbs acknowledges what he calls a pattern of behavior within the service and warns officers that misconduct toward women will no longer be tolerated.
I want to have a serious and an uncomfortable conversation with all of you.
The message from Ottawa's police chief, Eric Stubbs, is clear.
Change your behavior now or quit. Leave. This is not about an isolated incident. It's about a pattern of behavior that we've seen in the last few years, and it has to shift quickly in the other direction.
The chief outlining several examples, including officers allegedly using police databases to obtain information about women they encounter in public.
Externally, members are using our databases as their own way to meet women. Seeing a woman at a coffee shop, coming out of a gym, driving next to them, getting their license plates, and running them on the system. We've seen members messaging vulnerable victims on calls that they've attended in an attempt to develop an intimate relationship.
Stubbs says a letter from women within the service was sent to senior leadership, saying sexual misconduct has been too often ignored, tolerated, and in some cases celebrated.
The weird part about saying that is that it sounds like they don't plan on punishing them. Please quit. You can't fire them. You can't figure out which ones are doing this and take action. There was a TikTok posted recently speaking up about this, and it really moves me, so I wanted you guys to watch it too.
Including officers allegedly using police databases to obtain information about women they encounter in public.
Members are using our databases as their own way to meet women. Seeing a woman at a coffee shop, coming out of a gym, driving next to them, getting their license plates, and running them on the system.
The cameras take a photo of every car that passes, stamped with the precise time and location. All of that data is saved in a database for 30 days, allowing the government to go back in time to see where your car was and when. No warrant required, whether you're suspected of a crime or not.
I watched a woman jogging alone on a forest trail.
It is extremely dangerous. We are not safe.
Chrisana Elzer lives just yards from the same flock camera used to falsely accuse her of a crime.
It's hard to drive that way and then look up and see it pointed right at you.
Survivors, women, are currently not safe in this system.
This issue remains present. Silence or minimization only allows the behavior to continue.
After seeing this, I wanted to look more into the actual important information on these cases, like who are these people and what are their names. And I found there were actually 2 incidents. So let's read the article. An Ottawa police constable is facing discipline after being accused of making 77 unauthorized database searches, including queries into women he admitted to being attracted to. Constable Andrew Reeser, say it louder for the people in the back, Andrew Reeser is facing 6 charges under the Community Safety and Policing Act, including for failing to comply with procedure and undermining the public trust. Ottawa Police Chief Eric Stubbs ordered the disciplinary hearing. CBC has reached out to the police source, whatever. Between January 21 and October 24, Reeser allegedly made searches into 44 women, including his sister, in a Ministry of Transportation MTO database. He admitted to police the searches were for personal reasons, including curiosity and attraction, according to police documents. Reeser is also accused during the same period of making 6 unauthorized searches into OPS colleagues. According to the documents, he admitted some of these were because of attraction, boredom, and curiosity. He also searched about 27 men and, according to the OPS, gave no evidence these were done for work purposes. The police documents say Reeser was deceptive in explaining his searches of the MTO database. He is also facing 1 count of undermining public trust for engaging inappropriately with OPS staff, including making unauthorized queries. OPS staff allegedly reported concern with Reeser's conduct, and an internal dispatch system confirmed he made a sexually inappropriate comment. The Ottawa Police Association, the union for members of the force, said in a statement it was aware of the complaint but that they would not make further comment because it was an ongoing investigation. The request for disciplinary action from Chief Stubbs comes shortly after another OPS member was punished for making similar unauthorized searches using an MTO database. What is wrong with people? Why are you that fucking curious and weird that you literally need to search people up? Like, this is a mental illness. You need human connection that badly that you need to search people up instead of just going and like saying hello to them or something. Like, fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdo. The fact that women aren't even safe from the police and that basically all of our data and personal information is out there and we can't do anything to stop that is really a terrifying, helpless situation to be in. The second story of this happening is absolutely fucking ridiculous too. OPS constable demoted for database searches unrelated to police work. So this man didn't even get fired. He got demoted. Let's hear this guy's name. Constable Jerome Rabia Stevens. Jerome Rabia Stevens pleaded guilty to 4 counts of misconduct, including undermining the public trust for incidents that began 2 years after his March 22 start with the OPS. Rabia Stevens has been demoted from the rank of first-class constable to second-class constable for a period of 18 months. Oh my goodness, boo-hoo-hoo. He can stalk people. He gets demoted for 18 months. If anybody knows the difference of ranking and like what that really means, let me know in the comments because that's interesting. In one of the instances outlined in the report, Rabia Stevens was on duty and saw his then partner and a man sitting in a car in a Tim Hortons parking lot around 1 a.m. He then confronted his partner, identified as ST, about what she was doing there. Afterwards, he backed up his police car, hitting and causing damage to the other man's car. Numerous license plate searches. Over the course of 14 months, Rabia Stevens searched license plates on the Ministry of Transportation of Ontario Inquiry Service System database while he was on and off duty, on sick leave, and on vacation. He searched the database 17 times between March 24 and May 25 for people he knew, including his ex-partner's parents, a woman he was having an affair with, and that woman's ex-partner, whom he had seen in the car at Tim Hortons with ST. So if that makes any sense, a woman he was having an affair with and that woman's ex-partner. So he was having an affair with someone and their husband was seen in the car with his girlfriend at the time. So this is like a couple that are like crisscrossing. This is just so messed up. In one instance, a woman Rabia Stevens was having a sexual relationship with said he deemed to know her home address without having given it to him. That's fucking terrifying. That led to a professional standards unit investigation in May 25, which turned up numerous searches for the MTO ISS and the Canadian Police Information Center databases. Rabia Stevens also searched the database 49 times for members of the public over a 6-month period starting in December 24. A few of those queries related to women he met or just saw at the gym. Searches done while on vacation. The searches happened while Rabia Stevens was both on and off duty, including during sick leave and vacation. Some of the searches were made with his OPS-issued cell phone. A review of the internal OPS record management system revealed that the searches were not related to any police interactions on the dates they were made. That included one point in March 25, according to the settlement agreement, when Rabia Stevens looked into several license plates but couldn't provide a reason for the queries beyond that he was a curious person and that he wanted to find out who they were. Why do you need to know who these people are? Why do you need to know where people live, what they do? It's like a weird invasion of privacy and like abuse of power. And like, I'm sorry, but like, are we in Afghanistan? Is North America Afghanistan? Like, are we going to have to cover everything except our eyes? Otherwise, we're going to get stalked and raped? I mean, like, at what point do disgusting men that masquerade around as respected members of their communities actually get held accountable. It's always, oh, boys will be boys, or he's just a kid. Like, give me a fucking break. We have a bunch of fucking losers out here that have to stalk women just to meet them. People that women once felt safe running to for protection now have to be cautious of. The police, the only people that are actually meant to protect us. Also, let me state it here that finding any photo of these two men is next to impossible. Why do they get to keep their jobs, keep their privacy, and continue to be able to be fucking weird after stealing so many women's privacy and security and sense of safety? These people are protecting these sick freaks. There also needs to be another lawsuit that takes place here, because why does every single officer need access to the extent of data they have stored? A backlog of 30 days? There should be a security clearance for any of that footage, and you can only gain access by request and then be granted that request by showing an actual reason for needing it. The fact that any officer at any time can view all of that personal data is fucking terrifying, to say the least. Makes you not even want to pull over if there's a cop behind you. There has been what feels like next to no public outrage on this. Just YouTube channels such as mine trying to have their voices heard. And it is one of the scariest things, because we all knew this kind of thing was probably happening, but now there's proof. The good old boys club will surely help them out of this mess though. What do you guys think about all this? Is this your first time hearing about it? Let me know in the comments how you think we could make our voices be even louder on this topic. It was great talking to you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!